Use this broom to sweep people's destinies in the market and make wealth for yourself.
And worse still, a few ended their own lives, unable to bear the shame of ruin. News of men collapsing under the weight of failure, of fathers who took their own lives because their businesses had crumbled, spread like wildfire. It became the talk of the town, the tragedy of the market. Yet Asenka's treasury only swelled higher. She bought new clothes, gold bangles, and ornaments that glittered under the sun. Her warehouse overflowed with goods. She built a house finer than any in her street. And still, money piled up in her coffers as if it had wings and chose her alone. Neighbors watched in silence, torn between envy and fear. None dared to speak against her. To all eyes, Asenka was simply the woman fortune had chosen to bless. But the truth was clear. The more the town bled, the fatter Asenka's pocket grew, and somewhere deep in the shadows of her wealth, a cause was gathering strength, a price waiting to be paid. It was not everyone who remained blind to Asenka's rise. Among the many traders ruined by her sorcery was a cloth seller named Kweku. Once his shop had been one of the busiest in the market. Customers flocked to him daily, and he prided himself on being able to provide for his family. But then, as if overnight, everything collapsed. His money began to vanish. At first, it was small, a missing note here, a little shortfall there, but soon whole bundles disappeared from his locker. By the time he realized how much he had lost, it was too late. His stall emptied, his debts rose, and his family abandoned him. Kweku watched in despair as his neighbor Asenka, once a mere petty trader, rose to wealth. She stocked the very fabrics he had once sold, attracting buyers who had once filled his own store. The more she shone, the more his life crumbled. Something he thought was not natural. And then he noticed, though Asenka's shop was full and her customers paid her with all kinds of denominations, big notes, small notes, even coins, she still made it a habit to run about the market seeking change. Always with a single note clutched tight in her hand. Suspicion burned in his mind. So Kweku began to watch her closely. He followed her with his eyes whenever she left her store. On more than one occasion, he saw her head straight to the wealthiest shops, offering them her note and walking away with a pocket full of change. He knew something was not right. Why does a woman whose customers pay her daily still